Vanakkam. Today, the topic which I am going to cover is going to be useful to every chartered accountant because I am going to cover the professional opportunities available in banks. I think this is a list prepared by me, and even beyond that also there will be some audits, but there will be some lot of opportunities will be there. But I am going to cover very important audits as well as other than the audits, what are the opportunities available in banks. This will be useful to every chartered accountant. This is going to be the permanent list, otherwise we can say this is all the base list. So any chartered accountant who are watching this video, kindly watch through the end. You will get full list of the opportunities available in banks. The first opportunity available to the chartered accountant, it is the opportunity available to the bigger firms, that is appointment as central statutory auditor of banks. This opportunity is available to bigger firms and with lot of experience. To get this audit, one has to apply to C&AG, and in turn C&AG, after scrutinizing the application, they are forwarding the list to RBI. RBI, after verification, they are forwarding the list to the various banks. Banks in turn, after verifying the firm, they are allotting the central statutory auditor of banks. This is the very good audit because they are the number of auditors are also depending on the banks. There are not only one central statutory auditor are being appointed, 4 auditors may be appointed. So some 4 bigger firms, they will be allotted the audit, and the cooling period is after 3 years they will be getting the audit. After that they will be for that bank they will be having some cooling period of 2 years. Normally this is the thing even applicable to all other audits also. That is a branch audit also, the same rule now they started to apply. And as a central statutory auditor for banks, they are also allotted by the board to do the audit of big industrial finance branches and zonal audits also. And this is the highest paid area in bank audits to chartered accountant firms. So even to get this audit, a lot of youngsters now they start to do the application in firms. They have already started partnership firms with the bigger firms with a lot of chartered accountants, and they are making the firm. So it is my advice, if for all and youngsters, you start forming the firm so that after the eligibility norms, you will be having the chance to get central statutory auditor for banks. Then the other audits available to the auditors in banks, that is chartered accountant, that is regional office audits. These audits also being allotted by the bank board of directors from the list sent by RBI. This is also be given to firms and not to individuals. This is the thing, you can get the regional office audit also. All the statutory branch auditors, they have to submit application, they have to submit their report to the regional office, and all regional office, they compile all the report, they submit to the auditors who are coming for the regional office audit. And next thing is chest branch audit, that is currency chest audit. This is also be a part of statutory audit, statutory branch audit. So this is the fees will be less when compared to the statutory branch audit. So you have to be very careful in, because there also you will get lot of audit work in the chest branch audit. And before going to that, I want to discuss about statutory branch audits these statutory branch audits are being allotted. In turn, the auditors, they have to apply, auditors or firms, they have to apply to PDC, that is Professional Development Committee of ICAI. Then they are forwarding the list to RBI. RBI in turn, they are finalizing the list, they are forwarding to the banks. Banks in turn, they are sending the, they are selecting the chartered accountant. Now software is being introduced in most of the banks. The allotment is being done or is being taken care of by the software. So previously some manual intervention is also possible. Now everything is being ruled out. That's why in this year audits, most of the auditors, they are not getting the audit. So central, it is not due to the manual intervention, it is the software prepares the list and it is allotting the audit. Then central, with reference to statutory branch audit, there are 4 categories, 1, 2, 3, 4. The category 4 is in bulk because all individuals or proprietors who are practicing in individualism are covered by the 4th category, and all the 3 are from firms. So category 1, 2, 3, 4 are comprising of firms, and category 4 belongs to individual or proprietor. All the persons who are selected, they are getting the audit. So this is with reference to statutory branch audit. Another opportunity available is ATM cash verification audit. This is also being allotted by the head office, and they are forwarding the list to the zonal office. The zonal office in turn, they are allotting, not all banks, few banks, they are allotting the ATM audit to the chartered accountants. So ATM audit is also another professional opportunity. Then stock audit. Stock audit is being given to individuals as well as to the firms. So to get this audit, there will be a regular call from the bank website. You have to watch the bank website. If they call for the audits, you have to apply for the audit. You will be allotted the audit based on the bank's requirement. Normally, the audits, the fees will be very less when compared to statutory branch audit, but they will be given, you will be getting some 2 audits or 3 audits through 2 unit audit or 3 unit audit, stock audit. You have to go there and you have to do the verification. And if you become the panel, then normally you will be getting the regular audits, provided you have to give very good quality stock audit. So this is the thing. Another opportunity is that stock audit. Then another opportunity now, they are giving key loan audit, because bankers, they gave the amount, they gave the loan to godown, that is, which are being covered by key loans. So for that, the units will be situated some long distance. So a separate godown audit or key loan audit is being allotted. So this is another audit available in banks. Then the revenue audit. The revenue audit is the audit. You have to check all the interest applications, all the charges applications, all the interest paid, received, everything you have to do from the revenue audit, from the revenue angle, whether the bank has excess charge or short charge. So revenue audit is also another opportunity. This will be allotted normally by the zonal office on the recommendation, on the list approved by the head office. This audit is also available, revenue audit. The fees will be less, because in stock audit you have to go for units. Here the period will be limited, so 1 year or 1 year or 6 months, everything will be there. So there are a lot of verification you have to carry out in revenue audit. Next audit is concurrent audit. Concurrent audit is being allotted nowadays to firm of chartered accountants who have got experience. Here the experience means the firm which have already done stock audit, which have already done branch audit, all other audits of banks, all these experiences will be considered. This is called as the experience in concurrent audit. Only the firms are getting the audit. Nowadays, banks, they are publishing the news that they request the chartered accountants who are all in firms, they have to apply to the website in time. They are giving the time. So you have to do regular watch in the website of each and every bank, so that you'll be getting the audit. Nowadays, due to WhatsApp updation, all banks who are called concurrent audits being circulated to the members. So moreover, this audit you have to do every month. So you will be paid every month fees, but here the attendance is must. But for other audits, attendance is not must. But for concurrent audit, you have to go minimum of 14 to 21 days based on the appointment letter, based on the decision taken by the board of the directors of that particular bank. So attendance is must. Whether you are going or your staff is going, they will mark the attendance. But here, that is another opportunity. Concurrent audit is available to the firms only, partnership firms of chartered accountants only. It is nowadays, it is not applicable to individual. But in my earlier days, I got the concurrent audit, my individual, because I am practicing individual. Nowadays, the rule they have changed. The allotment is being done to the concurrent audit. And concurrent audit, to do the concurrent audit, the audit will be given to the partnership firms. Then credit audit. What is credit audit? So if this is required, you have to verify all sanction norms, everything, documentation, everything you have to verify for a particular client. So normally credit audit is being allotted by the head office. In the case of private sector banks, in the case of public sector banks, it's being allotted by zonal office on the recommendation from the head office. So normally zonal office is taking care of revenue audit, stock audit, and credit audit. These things they are taking care of. So these credit audit, the fees will be per unit cost. And here in the credit audit, some banks say that stock verification at the level is not required, but in the report they are covering that point also. So in credit audit is also another audit, professional opportunity available in banks. Then another thing is vetting audit. What is vetting audit? That is only document verification. Normally vetting of documents have been given to the advocates. Few banks, they are giving this work to chartered accountants. Vetting audit. So you have to verify all documents, all title deeds, whether it tallies with the sanction letter, whether pre-sanction, post-sanction, every norm, everything is being followed by the branches before release, after release. There will be a lot of conditions in the sanction letter. All this they have to follow. So this type of audit is called as vetting audit. The fees will be based on the per unit. It is not for full. So if you have been asked to do vetting of say 10 units, 10 borrowers, then your fees will be decided accordingly. This is the latest concept. You can get the vetting audit. Then next audit is NPA audit, that is non-performing audit. This audit is nowadays few bankers they start to allot this NPA audit. In this audit you have to do the early identification of non-performing asset, whether all the borrowers are in the standard norms or NPA norms. The auditor, he has to give a separate report with reference to NPA audit. This is the latest thing. Few bankers they started to do this type of audit. It will be on the period verification. The fees will be paid on the period verification. It is also being done by the zonal office on the recommendation received from the head office. System audit. So nowadays a lot of chartered accountants you have cleared DISA, Diploma in Information System Audit. This system audit is being given to chartered accountants who have cleared DISA. Some bankers they also consider CISA also. So based on that, system audit is the another professional opportunity available to the chartered accountants. Then Another type of audit is called as RBI audit, Reserve Bank of India audit. So this work is being carried out by the Reserve Bank of India team and it is not available to chartered accountants. Then inspection audit. Inspection audit means for a particular period you have to verify the all branch transactions. Normally it is being carried out by the bank's people, bank staff. This work is not being given to chartered accountants. Few bankers, they are allotting this inspection report say for 3 months or for 6 months if the team of their team is not available. So this is also another opportunity available to the chartered accountants. Inspection audit. Few bankers, they are giving the inspection work. Then another thing is fraud detection audit. This is based on the specific work. Suppose if the head office feels that this area, this party has committed some fraud, then in order to find the fraud, you will be given the audit. Even I've been allotted some 3 times I have got this type of audit. This is with reference to a particular customer or particular fraud, if any, is being committed by the branch. That is, if any customer has committed at the branch, you will be asked to do the fraud detection audit. Due diligence audit, that means verification of all documents, all papers before submission of the report. This is also another type of professional opportunity available in bank, that is due diligence audit. Then forex audit. Forex audit means verification of all forex transactions, that is all import and export loans, all documents, everything you have to verify. This is even though it is being given in forex branches, even some branches who are all doing the forex transactions, they are also allowed to do the audit. So to get this, you have to be very thorough in FEMA rules and FEDI rules. So be thorough with it. It's also another professional opportunity. Forex audit. Forensic audit. Forensic audit means if any specific fraud is committed, to inquire that, to do the verification, this type of audit is also available. Forensic audit is another thing. GST audit. Now latest it is a professional opportunity. Latest is GST audit. GST means you have, for a particular branch, you have to verify all GST working, whether the branch has collected GST or not, whether they collected correctly or not, everything you have to do that audit. This will also be considered by the zonal audit. You will be appointed. There is a panel for GST audit also. This is a recent trend in bank audit. Then investment and treasury audit. RBI has made specific guidelines on the investment made by the banks, including CRR and SLR requirements. Many banks appoint auditors to check that the investment policy is correctly followed and all the investments are done in accordance with the RBI directives. These reports are to be submitted on predetermined frequencies. So this is also another opportunity. Then tax audit, 44AB audit, that is also available. But this audit may be a part of your statutory branch audit. Some banks, they allot tax audit separately. Then another audit is called risk-based internal audit, RBIA. This is nothing but internal inspection of the bank branch by bank's internal staff generally. Risk category is assigned by him, and based on the risk assessment, next inspection date is determined, which is generally 12 to 18 months. Nowadays, this audit is also be available to the chartered accountants. Few banks, they are doing this audit. They are giving this audit. Next one is SNAP audit. When any suspicious element is coming to surface in credit accounts, a special audit of particular cluster of accounts is conducted. This is called as SNAP or special audit. It is conducted by bank staff as well as by CS. Based on the staff availability also, you will be given the audit. This is also another type of audit, SNAP audit. Then monitoring accountants. This is also another opportunity. Certain banks appoint CF firms as monitoring accountants in respect of very large borrowers. The banks expect the firms to report of specific issues covered by the appointment letter as well as any other issues which the auditors may notice in review of the books of accounts of the borrowers. Such monitoring accountants visit the branches, visit the factories and other places of the borrowers on regular basis as per the appointment letter and report the same. So the fees will be paid on the per borrower concept. So this is also another type of opportunity available to the charter accountants. Then KYC audit, that is know your customer audit. This is separate. Now banks, they started to give this type audit separately, KYC audit separately, because some banks covered by concurrent audit, those non-concurrent audit branches are being covered under KYC audit. Then long form audit report. This is a part of statutory branch audit. No separate appointment is given. Once if it is, the fees is also being based on the some percentage on the original branch audit. So long form audit report is also another professional opportunity available to the charter accountants. These are the audits available in banks to the charter accountants. There may be some, but I have got this list. I'll once again go through the list. That is central statutory auditor, then regional office audits, chest branch audit, ATM audit, statutory branch audit, stock audit, godown audit, revenue audit, concurrent audit, credit audit, vetting audit, NPA audit, system audit, RBI audit, inspection audit, fraud detection audit, due diligence report, forex audit, forensic audit, GST audit, investment or treasury audit, tax audit, risk-based internal audit, SNAP audit, monitoring accountants, KYC audit, long form audit report, the audit. So these are the audits available to the charter owner. Other than that, what are the other professional opportunities available in bank? Because these are the audits available. Now I am going to list what are the other areas. What are the other areas you can practice in banks? That is, one is processing loan documents. So you can start from the base, getting the application, verifying it, scrutinizing it, filling, everything you have to do. Nowadays, banks, they started to give this work to charter accountants because they receive the application. For want of staff, they are outsourcing this work to charter accountants to verify the processing loan documents. So this is also another opportunity. So this is not an audit, but this is an opportunity available, that is processing loan documents. Then preparation of project reports and CMA. Because many CS who work in a professional manner, they prepare the project reports or CMA data for the prospect buyers and assist them, because they are not going to the bank, but they are helping their customers to prepare the project report, and they are preparing the CMA, because this will be the base to get the loan from the banks. Then loan arrangements and syndication. Some charter accountants, if they are well versed in banks, they can help their clients to get the loan from the bank. For this, they will be charging some fees. So this fee is also fixed between the client and the charter accountant. So this is a loan arrangement or syndication. This is also another opportunity available to the charter accountants. Then back office operation. This is an outsourcing given by the bank. The banks find it convenient to outsource some of its routine activities to CA firms who can do it more economically as compared to the cost of doing it internally. That is verification of all documents, going to the spot and identifying the persons. Every work is being covered by the back office operations. Then NPA resolution. That is, the banks have a major problem of raising level of non-performing assets. Certain CA firms perform the job of identifying the possible buyer who takes the non-performing asset from the bank. The CA firms, who are all well aware of the market conditions, are able to identify the prospective buyers more easily. Various asset reconstruction companies are coming forward to buy these NPAs from the bank. That is, to sell the NPAs to ARC. CA firms help and assist the bank in packaging the bulk of NPAs in appropriate manner and assist the banks in disposal of the same, even by conducting auction of such sales. So NPA resolution is also possible. Another area is available to the charter accountant is in the banking business has to constantly evaluate and that is risk management services systems. The banking business has constantly evaluate and counter the risk in its business activities. Some firms have specialized knowledge in understanding, evaluating measuring the various risks connected with the banking business. Such firms assist the banks in preparing the manuals for the risk management and help them in implementing the same. Then another opportunity is operation manuals. That is, banks have to lay down policies in respect of its loans, advances, investments, deposits, etc. The CA firms with sufficient banking experience are well equipped to assist the banks in preparation of operating manuals, laying down policies and procedures in respect of its various activities such as deposits, advances, investments, etc. This by experience you can get it. So another thing is training. That is, you will be also allowed to act as a faculty to that staff. Suppose if you are well versed in banking area, you will be called to the training. Training as a training faculty, and you will be asked to address to the staff of the branch, and you will be paid accordingly. Then in case of mergers and acquisition also, you will be getting the chance. Then for restructuring, that is but with reference to mergers and acquisition, in case one bank wishes to acquire another bank, the acquirer bank has to carry out due diligence about the operations of the target of the bank. The CA firms are best suited to carry out such due diligence, evaluate the strength and weaknesses, estimate the values of assets and liabilities, and submit the report to the acquirer bank. This is also another role. Then next role is restructuring of banks. There are certain banks which are right now, due to this COVID, you will be getting another opportunity. You will be getting lot of restructuring of advances for individual borrowers. This is also another professional opportunity available nowadays. And now I am going to talk about restructuring of banks. There are certain banks which are identified as weak or sick banks. A CA firm is well equipped to study such a sick bank and advise them on the entire restructuring of the bank. It is possible for a CA firm to analyze, understand and evaluate the reasons for sickness and suggest remedial actions for eradicating the reasons for sickness. The CA firm can prepare a complete roadmap. So the CA firms can help the bank to do the restructuring work. So this is also available to the chartered accountants, and another opportunities available in bank are such reports. That is, you can help how to get the reports from registrar of companies. You can do. You can also act as such reports. Apart from that, if you are a qualified insolvency professional, you will be getting the insolvency professional work from the bank if you are in the panel of that bank. Then if you are a qualified valuer, you will be getting the valuation work for securities and financial assets from the bank, provided you will be in the panel list. These are the professional opportunities available other than the audit. So these things you have to bear in mind. I am once again giving the revision, giving the points for the opportunities available to the chartered accountants other than the audit. That is, processing loan documents, preparation of project reports and CMA, then loan arrangements and syndication, back office operation, NPA resolution, risk management system, operation manuals, and training. As a faculty, you can act to help in mergers and acquisition, to help in restructuring of banks, then to prepare such reports. Then insolvency work you can undertake, valuer work also you can undertake. These are the opportunities available in the bank. So I have covered audits as well as the opportunities available. In case if you find any other audits, if it is being not covered by me, you just give the suggestion so that will be useful to all our fellow members. And this is the thing I want to convey through this video presentation. And thanks for watching this video presentation. And I wish you a very good luck to get the audits in banks and use the professional opportunity which I said through this video. Thanks for watching. Nandri, Vanakkam.